Clap. Jackson, take us in.
I was going to say, fine. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 243 of the official podcast. I didn't want to do the whole song and dance of going, no, I think Charlie should do it this time. I just wanted to hear Charlie do an intro, especially since there's some interesting news in the world at the moment. Charlie's most hated video game company, Blizzard Entertainment, is going down the drain in just the worst way possible, pretty much.
Yeah. So I would like to go ahead and immediately dismiss that slander that you just put out there. They're not my most hated video game company. That's still probably
that's
Nintendo. Yeah.
Nintendo hasn't sexually assaulted anyone as far as we know.
Allegedly.
I think you're fine. I think you're wrong for saying that they're not your least. They should be your least favorite at this point. They've done everything in their power to make it.
Up until this point, the only thing I didn't like about them were their games and the way they just fire people all the time for no reason.
Yeah, that's still firing 800 people on a whim, which is what Blizzard Activision did 2 years ago. Is still far worse than Nintendo having like shitty internet in their Switch games. I think that Activision Blizzard is the far worse company. And I'm surprised.
I would definitely agree that the worst company now.
Know.
I'm just saying, up until this, they weren't my most hated.
Fair enough.
Okay. Give us a
Give us a
tell
rundown.
us the story, Charlie. What has Activision / Blizzard done?
Am I saying it, or does Jackson want to?
You can.
So there was a 2-year investigation conducted by the state of California, or at least an organization representing the state of California, into the workplace environment at Activision Blizzard. And over the course of the 2 years, they gathered tons of horrible evidence as to the treatment of women at the office.
The evidence is
particular.
not horrible. The claims are horrible. The evidence is pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Disturbing stuff was unearthed at this ancient sarcophagus.
Have we seen the evidence, or is it just in court documents?
It's
so
just
far?
in their court documents.
So
I don't think they filmed it or anything.
Yeah, so once it goes to arbitration or deliberations or whatever, once it goes to an actual court setting, then they'll present their evidence, I assume. This is just the written form of the evidence.
So
I don't know if we'll ever see
it.
it.
Has it been decided yet, or are we in the middle of the court proceedings right
This is
now?
the very beginning of it. This is literally step one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is the Department of Fair... What is it? Department of Fair Work... I don't know. The California department has put a motion in for the lawsuit, which is what has kickstarted
So
this
for
whole...
the sake of $1 billion company not coming after us, all of this is alleged currently. Is that correct?
There are
That is
so
correct.
there
But
are
what
so
is
many
factual is
allegations.
they make bad games.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Which is clearly the
Go
far
ahead,
worst crime here in terms of gamer mentality.
They should definitely
Okay,
slide
so
in that their
what have
games
they
suck.
allegedly been allegedly doing? What have they done?
Everything you can think of when it comes to the mistreatment of women at the workplace. Apparently they do these things called cube crawls, where they'd go around, drink, and make jokes about raping women and go to their cubicles and just harass them. They'd also get really awful treatment. Like when one lady was going to take some time off, her male supervisor asked her to write a 1-page paper on how she'll spend that time off when no one else has to do that. Then there was also a documented case.
Wait, what? She had to write an essay on
Yeah.
what she's gonna... I didn't know. What the fuck?
Jesus.
Yeah. And then they're at some company workplace retreat or something. One of the female employees killed herself, and then it was brought to light that the male employees were sharing explicit images of the woman leading up to that suicide. She was in a relationship with her male supervisor.
Well, I didn't read that she was in a relationship with him. I had read that he brought a butt plug and lube with him on a work trip with her. And it made her incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah, no, that was...
I read that too.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true.
That's what the allegation is in the lawsuit.
But I have also
not see
heard
that part.
about the woman who killed herself because people were sharing her nudes.
Yeah. Well, it was like I just said. It's also pretty the allegations make the claim that her supervisor acted incredibly inappropriately and sexually harassed her on this work trip.
damn it. I hope like that none of this is true. This is also fucked up if it's true.
I mean, I don't think from all of the stories being told and all of the correspondence from former Blizzard Activision employees, I don't think there's a chance in hell that this isn't true. And it's not like the Californian government organization that's handling this would put forth a false claim. They've done 2 years of investigations, and typically when governments like this take things to this degree, to investigate for 2 years and then present a case to the court system, they're not doing it erroneously. Like they have full belief that they'll be able to win this case, which insinuates to me that,
Okay,
that there
I
is
feel that.
pretty strong guilt on Activision's part.
So I may be a little biased because I fucking hate Blizzard. They're China's whore, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember the whole Blitzchung thing where they banned a guy because he supported Hong Kong, an esports player.
Yeah, I think most people
I
remember
fucking
that.
hit them for that, and I hope every single person who holds any authority at Blizzard goes up in flames. Also, I've been seeing a lot of Twitter threads about Blizzard and women sharing their experiences. Please don't muddle the waters, ladies. When you go on there and you share your anecdote about it, that one time a man ignored your emails and therefore rape, that's not the same thing as whatever the hell the women at Blizzard went through. This is the same mistake people made during the Me Too movement, right? Where there were genuine rapes happening and bad stuff. And then, 2 months later, you had people writing articles about how the wrong type of wine was now rape.
No, I think the women in these situations should be able to share whatever experiences they want. It's the people uninvolved taking, what do you call them? The BlizzCon. What do you call them? The BlizzCon presentations out of context, and then saying that these were horrifically sexist, and just making claims on behalf of women. And even a lot of them are demanding that women quit Blizzard as well. Like they're attacking the women in this situation for some reason, in some kind of weird white knighting way. The women directly involved in this should be able to tell whatever stories or recount their experiences to however degree they want. I don't agree with people that aren't involved in the situation then hogging the limelight on the internet.
I agree.
And virtue signaling.
The women, I kinda hope we hear more not in a fucked up way, just like the women who actually were victimized. I would like to hear more from them that used to work at Blizzard.
It's definitely not just Blizzard. I think this is a situation that's happened at a lot of video game studios across the industry. I think
100%.
Yeah, I think we'll hear about it a lot
absolutely.
more. I mean, it was just last year,
I'm
right?
just
Or 2 years
saying-
ago, the riot situation happened, and that was pretty similar.
Yeah, there's Riot, there's Ubisoft, and now there's Blizzard with these kind of accusations.
Yep. It's
Not to mention the official podcast. Ugh.
yes. What?
Okay, fine. No rape jokes today.
Yeah, no, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want people
No,
to
this
even
is-
begin to think that we're involved in any of that stuff.
It's
I've been getting molested by Jax. This is my truth.
it's not. It's
I need to hear it.
It's not a funny situation.
No, it's
I don't-
not.
Fine.
Fuck, I was gonna say something there. Oh yeah, I was just thinking about how the companies with maybe the loudest, wokest voices on the internet always seem to have these problems come out to the most severe degree. Like Ubisoft and Blizzard have always been on the front line of acceptance and talking about how great they are at good wages for women and stuff like that, equal pay. And then it comes out that they're just probably some of the most malicious companies. So
What happens with Ubisoft?
Ubisoft is more of the same. Actually, I found a lot of the Ubisoft stuff more damning. Like a lot of upper management was genuinely sexually assaulting women, which is I'm shocked that there hasn't been any kind of lawsuits brought up against Ubisoft since then. There are a lot of claims about genuine sexual harassment and genuine sexual assault. So who at Activision is responsible for this? Because this issue has been going on for decades now. And the new CEO has been lumped with most of the responsibility from this, but this had to have been like systemic in their organization for the last decade at the least. So who's responsible, Charlie?
I have no idea. I don't know too many people that work at Blizzard other than, of course, the big boy Bobby Kotick, who gave himself the $155 million pay bonus a couple months ago. I feel like at some point you have to look at that CEO and be like, this guy fucking sucks.
He's also the guy that was in Epstein's Black Book. He's one of the video game industry figures that was
Wait,
in
what
his
the
Black
fuck?
Book.
Hold up.
Yeah.
All right, my reads just. Okay, so Epstein's buddies, they're working for Activision / Blizzard?
Well, Bobby Kotick's been part of he's been the CEO for Activision for the better part of like 15 years. A really long time.
Okay, and he was in Epstein's documents?
Black Book, yeah. He's like
Name dropped?
journal of, contact information and
Oh,
such.
shit. All right.
So
Gonna do some Googling.
there was also, this is also another interesting anecdote. I don't know if you knew about this, Charlie, but Bobby Kotick himself was also a part of a lawsuit within the last 10 years of I think it was either sexual assault or sexual harassment on the workplace, but it was in regards to a different company he owned, some private jet aircraft company. I think it was like Private Cove Company or something like that. And so basically a captain on his private jet had sexually assaulted one of the flight attendants, and the flight attendant had raised their story to the administration of that company, including Bobby Kotick, and it like fell on deaf ears, and they fired her basically after she came out with her story and told HR and stuff. So he's got a history of this kind of stuff, definitely.
He also looks like the kind of guy who would
looks
have
like
a
the
history
devil.
of this kind of shit. Yeah, he actually looks like what the devil would look like if he came to Earth in like a bad disguise.
Yeah, he's an insidious human being.
Yeah,
He reminds me of
does.
Kenneth Copeland, if you guys remember Kenneth Copeland.
I remember the
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, he's the evangelist who is like really fucking evil. He's the guy that like buys private jets and just openly says that he's buying the jets with your money.
Yeah, is he the one who
because
was like
You're
he
thinking
was-
of him because of the shit-eating grin.
Isn't he
Yeah.
the one who was
Right.
interviewed
Yeah.
like randomly, like on the spot? And she was like, the reporter was like, "Hey, why are you buying all these jets and this and that?" And he was like, "Well, because I need them." And she was like, "Why?" And he goes,
Yeah.
"Because God told me to like things, and I'm allowed to like
Yeah.
things." That's him, right?
Yeah, he started like
Yeah.
freaking out at the
I'll
reporter.
say that Bobby actually looks smarter than Kenneth because Bobby, he doesn't have those angry photos. If you Google Kenneth Copeland or whatever the fuck his name is, you get some photos of him looking angry. You don't have that with Bobby. And Bobby just looks, I don't know, he just looks like a rich piece of shit.
He looks slimy.
Like if you,
He
you know,
does
if you
look
fed the
slimy.
words "rich piece of shit" to an AI, this is what it would come up with, right?
Yeah, all of his photos have this shit-eating grin on them, but they're the most soulless eyes, like the eyes that
Yeah.
you would see before you die, pretty much. They're the eyes of the devil. They are genuinely the eyes of the devil. I can't put it any other way.
They really are, yeah.
Just like cover his like smile, and those eyes are terrifying. Oh my god, I hate him. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't like a mandated order from Bobby Kotick that caused all of these like sexual harassment issues at Activision. Like he just feeds off misery.
It's how he stays alive. yeah.
Microtransactions and rape, damn it. I order it. Office-wide, new mandates, send out the email chain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. If this lawsuit goes through, which it obviously should, and they are found guilty, I really hope heads roll in this situation, just so it's an example to the other companies that may be partaking in similar conduct. Like, I hope Bobby Kotick actually suffers here, but I have a feeling that like the upper management and stuff will be fine. It won't be.
Oh yeah.
It won't be the
typically
ones. It won't be the ones who are the most guilty that will suffer the most.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is going to come off this, to be honest. I know it's a doomer take. It's depressing, but I don't think anything is going to come off this.
Oh, wow. Bobby Kotick is also a board member of the Coca-Cola company.
Jesus Christ.
This guy's got his grubby little hands and everything.
Wow. The owner of Coca-Cola, the CEO, is a Turkish man himself. This is not looking good for me.
Yep. So
Well,
Blizzard
that's
sucks.
depressing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a depressing
Thanks,
sound.
Jackson.
What? What?
Well, we could talk about a
I don't
company
work
that
there.
doesn't suck.
Depressing
if you want.
topic.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
plenty of companies that don't suck, like Honey.
Yeah, Honey's a great company, and they definitely don't suck. I mean, what's Honey trying to do? What are they honestly trying to do? Save you money by doing nothing? Wow, really evil.
Why would they do that?
I know, really evil stuff there, right?
Immoral.
What is Honey doing? Supporting over 30,000 stores online and using a free browser extension to scour the internet for promo codes and apply the best ones it can to your cart? Oh boy, that's dastardly. That's crazy. Honey will help you when you're shopping on your favorite site. All you will have to do is click on the little Honey drop down that pops up when you're shopping and click apply coupons. Then wait a few seconds. Honey will search for coupons that it can find for that particular website and will save you money where it can. All 4 of the official boys use Honey. I'm trying to remember the specific thing I last used Honey for, because I honestly constantly use it and I just don't even think about it anymore. It's a reflex. You put stuff in the cart, and then before you click checkout, you go, oh yeah, click, apply coupons. Good. Sounds good. There's probably some tech stuff. I've been upgrading my computer lately. Honey has found over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. And if you don't already have Honey, well, you could be straight up missing out on those free savings. It is literally free and installs in a few free seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting the podcast. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/official. That's joinhoney.com/official.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Honey.
Thank you, Honey.
Yeah.
What
So,
other topics did you have, Jackson?
yeah, well, this is another topic you have, but thank you. Nintendo.
Damn.
Nintendo's new Pokemon game. Pay to win, Charlie? Apparently you've made it pay to win. I was just reading an article. Popular Twitch streamer turns Pokemon Unite into a pay to win game. Why can't you just leave Nintendo alone? You sick son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
What the fuck did you do, Charlie?
Come
I
on,
don't
man.
understand how I turned it into a pay-to-win game. I didn't put the features in it. I just took advantage of them.
No, you've
And now
ruined
I'm-
it. You've ruined it for
Yeah.
all those 12-year-old children out there playing their first MOBA.
That is true. When I was playing last night, I dropped fucking 49 kills in one of the games. Like,
Oh my
I am
God.
absolutely ruining the
You
game for
really,
some of these kids.
you showed those 8-year-olds who's boss.
Yeah, no, these kids are not having fun when I log in. I can promise you that.
So
But it is very pay to win.
So take us. How is it pay to win? Like what do you? Yeah, go.
You can immediately take your credit card and buy gyms with it, and those gyms you can exchange for your upgrade tokens. In the game, there's these things called held items, and you can take 3 of them into battle, and they give you stat bonuses, passives, stuff like that. So you can take those upgrade gyms that you just bought with the money and max out all of the items to level 30, which gives you massive stats over everyone else who hasn't paid yet. So the game's only been out for like 4 days or something now, so you can't have that many level 30s. I don't even think you can actually finish maxing out one yet. I don't think there's been enough time. And I'd have them all maxed out pretty much.
How much did it cost
Because you bought
Yeah, how much did it
this
cost
stuff.
$220.
you? Okay. $220 to stomp on little children. This goes back
Honestly,
to
it's a good
Yeah, right.
price. It's a good price.
this is a continuation of last
Okay,
week's
so
episode
not only
where
did
you
you
just
partake in
deleted
this, you're
Minecraft.
promoting it now.
Yeah.
So these are just like
This is on you.
So to relate it, these are like those little rune buffs in League of Legends where before the game starts, you just already have a stat buff.
No, these are multiply that by 10.
Oh, wow.
So here, I'm going to bring up this thread again. Someone did like a little math on health. A buddy of mine also did it on damage. If you a level 1 item, if you buy level 1 item, or if you play and unlock level 1 items for all the health buffs, you get in total, I think it was 56 HP at level 1 for the 3 main health items. At level 30, those same 3 items, you get 1,080.
So is that a lot in terms of the game? I haven't played it yet.
Well, I mean, just compare the numbers. The 3 items at level 1, you get 56. At level 30, you get 1,080.
Oh, the item level. I thought you meant your character's level.
No. If you level up those items to level 30, you get 1,000 extra HP as opposed to the 50 you'd get at level 1.
That sounds really unbalanced. Holy shit.
20
It is
times.
extremely
20 times.
unbalanced.
20 times increase. That's ridiculous.
What's crazy
How
to me
is this
though,
your fault?
it's not. It's
Why
just
are there articles about you?
it's just a weirdly written
Oh,
article.
these articles. So I wanted to bring this up. I was glancing at these articles during this. They are written in a very peculiar way. For example, when they're talking about you, he claimed that he never hacked at any point. It's like, what the fuck? You streamed the whole game.
I saw him hacking.
People watched you play the entire time. What do you mean?
No, I know Charlie. He's got a separate computer set up for the hacks. They run in the
I was
background.
I had my hack rig
Allegedly, you
going.
weren't hacking. What the fuck? Like it's
claimed.
cool that you're getting like publicized for this, but these articles are just worthless, man. They explain everything that happened in the first
terrible,
sentence, and
yeah.
everything else is useless trash.
Well, that's what the articles are. They're just like Twitch streamer SEO, basically. Like they attach Twitch streamers' names to articles to drive the clicks.
They do.
And then they just recount the stream.
But they don't even put his name in the title. One of them does. The other one just says popular Twitch streamer.
We all know who popular Twitch streamer is. Come on.
All right, it's code. I didn't decipher it. You're right.
I think the saddest part, though, isn't so. I'd pretty much expect this from Nintendo and Tencent, I suppose. But the saddest part is the copium from Pokemon fans. Ugh. You don't understand how many times throughout a stream I've streamed this the last 3 nights because I find it to be a lot of fun, even without paying to win. It's just a fun game. In the last 3 nights, the amount of people that are doing these things called PSAs saying that the game is not pay to win is alarming. They're like, it's only 3 basic attacks if you upgrade this to level 30. Which is actually wrong, but even if that really was the case, that's 3 extra attacks that you have over someone that didn't pay for it. It is a big advantage.
So,
it's fucking
so
crazy.
Is this a strategy that's only viable in the beginnings of the game and at low levels, and once you fight other people who are like max level, it's not going to do anything?
The biggest impact it has is at the beginning of the game, but it's helpful throughout, obviously.
Right.
But at the beginning, you notice it massively. So I maxed out like crit items. So when I played a crit character, I could quite literally one-shot someone at the very beginning of the game if I got that
Jesus
crit.
Christ, that's
And
funny.
then that has
So
a
you have
compounding
those
impact on
angry
the game, on that match.
Yeah.
But more importantly, do you have those angry fanboys in your chats who are like, it's not broke, you're playing it wrong,
I think it's only because it's Pokemon fans. Like if this was League of Legends, if League of Legends implemented this thing like where you could buy an item in the store, which gives you like an extra 20 AP, like people would lose their fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like because it's an actual pay to win MOBA. It's ridiculous.
Pokemon fans
but for some reason
are like loyally defensive of the franchise.
Yeah,
they make really awful decisions, and
blows me
they will.
away.
Oh, okay, I see.
All fans are.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying that Pokemon fans are kind of more cocky. They enthusiastically support their own.
Yeah.
I don't know. Being taken advantage of.
I could see them as being more cucky in that respect, but I still think even League of Legends the most passionate fans would defend that change, most fans would.
You got to remember,
if League did that, they'd throw it away.
You got to remember contextualization here. Pokemon as a franchise has had this problem. I mean, we've talked about this on the podcast many, many times, where nearly every modern iteration of Pokemon sucks or removes things or just drops the ball. But most of the time, people love it. They love and support the games and give them good reviews. And even Sword and Shield, which most people unanimously fucking hated, myself included, it got like slightly positive reviews, mixed at worst. So with this, it's definitely, there's a big fan base that's going, oh my God, Pokemon as a MOBA? Holy shit. Thank you so much, Tencent. And they don't care if the mechanics are bad. They're just happy to be playing Pokemon in a MOBA. So they're going to defend it no matter how unbalanced it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, well. Take advantage while you can before they patch it, Charlie.
Oh, I am. I certainly am. I was dropping so much fucking meat on these kids. It was disgusting. Like, they actually couldn't play the game.
Yeah, I'm glad you said on and not in.
It's Pokemon Unite talk. You just don't understand it yet because you're not in the community.
Right. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm with Charlie. Good for you. Ruin some children's days. Fuck them. Fuck them. It's their fault for trying to play this game.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably watching cartoons in the background and sipping on their apple boxes.
They're watching
Like,
Charlie in the background going, if only I had that money to get as good as him.
Yeah, honestly, like I would highly encourage. It's a free game. I would highly encourage you to play it like once or twice because you will see that they're children. I played against a guy named Drift Chicken last night who was very clearly like sub 8 years old, and Dankin and I were duo queue or in a 5-stack. This poor fucking kid stayed level 3 for the entire 10-minute game.
No.
He didn't level up once.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Imagine like being literally 8 years old. You're like, oh, is that Moist Critical? Oh my God, my dream is coming true. Hi, I'm in the same lobby as him. Then he's just teabagging you.
No,
Fucking Pikachu.
even better. Your dream is to play with some big stream and you're like, oh my God, Moist Critical, I can't believe it. And then on Charlie's stream at the same time, Charlie's going, this kid fucking sucks. He's fucking awful. What a garbage person.
Yeah, hasn't leveled up past level 3. What a fucking idiot.
He's a terrible human being.
It is.
Don't you have $200, kid?
It's some of the most fun I think I've had in a long time playing this fucking game.
You love fucking with children for some reason.
It's just so like innocently, like it's a fun game like in and of itself, but the fact that you can tell that it's mostly children you play against is fucking wild. Like I grabbed Wigglytuff, and I don't know if that's a good Pokemon or not. I just got them. They have an attack called Slap, where you just slap, and it's not very good. But all I would do is walk around slapping that child Drift Chicken until he died. So I just follow him around idly and just keep using Slap on him, which just very lightly chips away at his health. It's crazy. It's so enjoyable.
Bullying little children on the internet.
Who would have ever guessed that a family-friendly children's game company taking a well-renowned game format and intentionally tooling it for children would have an audience of children playing it?
Oh God, I was also super jealous because I watched the clip on Livestream Fails. I think it was 2 days ago. This 5-stack went up against another 5-stack in a game, and they locked them down in spawn. They weren't allowed to leave, and then they finally looked at the other team's names, and it was a family. It was Mama Bran, Papa Bran, and their 3 kids that were playing together, and they
sad.
lost. Yeah, they lost 1,150 to 11.
Oh no!
What was Papa Bran doing?
Papa Bran was not keeping the family safe, but it was really adorable because Mama and Papa Bran played tanks, so they'd walk in front of their children to protect them.
That's too
So
good.
whole families are playing this? Is that? I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of the loop here. So 5-stack, does that? What does that mean?
Like in League of Legends,
a
where you
whole
just queue up
fam-
with 5 friends or 4 friends.
Okay.
It's like
So it's a whole family
team
and they just get
coordination.
fucking owned, and you just ruin their day.
Yeah,
So funny! Holy fuck!
well, what was he meant to do? It's not like he could just like surrender immediately.
I'm
don't
fully
think
on board with
Charlie
Charlie in
just-
this scenario. No mercy, no surrender. You came to play the game, and
I
I'm here to
agree.
win. I'm fully on board.
and they're not all kids. Like I was playing against other people that swiped for bonuses. Like we played against a pay-to-win 5-stack last night and lost. Like there is adults
Yeah.
in there mixed in with the children.
You have no idea. They could also just be adults who are really, really bad. It's fine.
True, that is also
Totally
possible.
fine.
That is also true. So is there a voice chat or a text chat at all?
So there allegedly there is, but we tried. Well, Denkin tried to use it, but you have to download like the Switch app on your phone.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the voice chat like connects on your phone
Yeah.
or something.
That's what Switch started. That's how Switch started.
Yeah.
Remember, they were advertising their online services, and they made a big fuss about how innovative they were for forcing you to download an app on your phone so you could voice chat with your teammates in Splatoon and stuff like that. And so
I don't remember that at all.
It's pretty funny that they're still using that.
I kind of remember it. So you simultaneously have to run the app if you want to voice chat on the Switch. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
fucking
also
stupid.
think that it's not cross team because I don't know. I was reading something about how there's almost no voice chat in the game because that's what Nintendo does. They don't want kids exposed to talking to people.
They made the right. I will tell you right now, they made the right call
Absolutely.
not putting like an all chat in this game. I would be talking so much shit to these kids.
Yeah. It would just be you fucking cackling, you cocksucker. You're such a dick.
I'd be doing like the classic League of Legends like question mark in the all chat when I like blast them in a 1v2. Oh my god, it gets so toxic.
This is probably the shit that Bobby Kotick does in
GG,
his free
kid.
time as well. You know, you're not too dissimilar.
No, but he does it to like full grown adults. Like I'm teaching kids a valuable lesson.
That's far better. You're right.
Oh, okay. He just does it to women when they don't want it.
Do you think that family that you fucking destroyed, that they went through like
That
a
wasn't me.
crisis? They went through a crisis
Hey,
after that. And
Don't
collapsed.
put that evil on me. I never fought the Brand family. That was another Twitch streamer. That wasn't me.
The father left immediately. He hasn't returned home.
God damn it, that's so funny.
I can't protect my family. I'm not worthy to be here.
It's so goddamn
it's so-
funny.
Andrew, I cannot believe you haven't tried this game yet. You love Pokemon, and this is honestly the most fun Pokemon game I've played since Leaf Green. It is so fun.
I might have to give it a go.
It's free. It's fucking free. Try it.
It only sounds like you're having fun in it because it's so fucking ridiculously broken, which is par for the course for Pokemon, I guess. They
It's-
can't make a good
I
game.
also-
to
You're
save
saying
themselves.
it's free, but you also drop like $200 on this fucking thing.
Yeah, that is true. You could spend money if you want, Andrew. But
Oh,
you'll still
I
have
would
fun without it,
absolutely
I
pay
think.
$200 to get this power over children.
It's worth it. The game isn't broken or anything like that. Like it's fine. I think the game's a little dumb because the first 8 minutes usually don't even matter because they have Zapdos, which spawns, which is the Baron of the game. And basically whoever gets Zapdos instant wins on the spot because Zapdos gives you huge orbs to dunk and you can immediately dunk them, which is how you score points. So you can just grab Zapdos and then immediately win the game every single time. So the game isn't like super balanced. Gengar's busted. I 1v5 teams all night last night. Like it's not wonderfully balanced or anything, but it's still really fun. It's I don't know. I highly
I
recommend
think
it
you're
for the
only. I
goofiness.
think you only enjoy it because it is busted.
Yeah, I maybe wouldn't like it as much if everything was super balanced. That's possible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't think they even know how to make patches for the game, so it'll probably stay like this for a while. God, though, I can't wait to play it again tonight.
You're making me feel old, but this sounds fun.
It is fun, man. I'm telling you, you should try it. You should absolutely try it. I had no expectations going into this game, and I'm having so much fucking fun playing it now.
You're just a bully. You're just doing what I always do. I go on fucking Plenty of Fish, I go on Reddit, I go on Twitter, and I bully people. I'm a cyber bully.
Yeah, but you do it
That's
to
what
adults,
I do.
which is
Yeah,
a bit
and
different.
And people judge me for it.
And you do it based on like their
What?
physical appearance and who they are as a person, not their gameplay.
No. That's what Charlie is doing. He's now bullying people. He's a cyber bully. He just bullies them based on being little children who like Pokemon.
Well, it's not because they like Pokemon. It's because they're not good at Pokemon. Is why I'm bullying them.
Have you?
Same fucking difference. I might check it out. It sounds like it's a good game for somebody like me.
In any of your gameplay stomp sessions, have you ever taken pity on a child and let him kill you? just
At no point have I ever shown even a modicum of mercy in that fucking battlefield, Jackson. Not even once. I will turn every single fight the second I know I can win it. If they miss a skill shot, which is hard to do because they have snap aiming because it's for kids, if they whiff, I'm turning around full fucking throttle and grabbing that kill every time.
Have you lost yet?
Yeah, I still lose because like when I don't 5-stack, when I'm not playing with friends, like obviously I'll get teammates that are also children. So like there's only so much you can do as one person, especially when it comes to Zapdos. So yeah, I still lose.
You're such a dick.
Would you say this is your favorite Nintendo product of the year?
Oh, easy. Oh my god, easily. Yeah, it's not even fucking close.
Interesting.
This is like an actual power trip fantasy. Like I know how those anime villains feel. Like I get it.
Why could you possibly need a power trip? You're popular Twitch streamer from Game Rant. Well, like you don't need a power trip.
Oh yeah.
I'm not good at most games. I'm like middle of the pack in everything. I need this, Jackson.
It's true. I've played games with him. He does need this.
Yeah, Jackson, I literally last night set the single... I looked it up myself this morning, by the way. This is an official announcement. In that 49-0 game, 49 kills, 0 deaths, and a 7-minute surrender, I set a global world record for ranked kills in a single match.
Holy shit.
So, Jackson, I am the top of the food chain of Pokemon Unite, baby. A Hulkmania is running wild out there, brother. I need this.
You know what else you need?
Charlie, now somebody's gonna break your record.
I welcome the
You know what
challenge.
else you need, Charlie?
What do I need,
you
Andrew?
need Fiverr. You really do.
Agreed.
I think we all need Fiverr. I need Fiverr. I use it all the goddamn time. I used it last night. This is not a joke. I'm not making this up. I was on Fiverr last night for a few hours looking up a bunch of people to help me with something. I use it all the goddamn time. It is so convenient. It's so easy. I use Fiverr.
I also used it last week. We hired 6 musicians for something coming up. They're very good.
Yeah.
Who knows what that could be?
So let's,
find out soon.
for the uneducated out there, let's just explain what Fiverr is. I mean, look, it's a global network of on-demand freelance talent that's here to help. You could be launching your first business, scaling up your current business, needing support for your business, or you could just need something for a personal project, or you could need help with something, or you could hire someone to teach you something. It's just people with skills and talents, and they are selling them to you. Charlie just admitted he uses Fiverr. I use Fiverr all the time. Why would you not use Fiverr? It's so handy. You can find a freelancer with the specific skills that you need for your next project, checking out Fiverr.com and receiving 10% off your first order with code OP. Fiverr spelled Fiverr.com. Find all the digital services you need in one place with code OP. That's Fiverr.com, code OP. We use it all the time. It's extremely handy. It's easy to find what you need. You can sort by service, price, deadline, reviews, whatever. You can vet people. They have little profiles. They have different little pages based on specifically what they do with their skill set. It's crazy what amount of quality and talent is on there. Fiverr for all your freelancing needs. Fiverr.com, code OP. I love Fiverr. I really love Fiverr. I use it all the time.
Same. So, yep, I'm a Pokemon Unite master now.
So you're genuinely on the world championship board or whatever the fuck you said, world record board.
From everything I can find online, the previous highest kill ranked game record was 36. Mine is now 49, so it's not even close.
You've been chasing this dream for so long of being on top of a leaderboard. I'm actually happy for you for once. Good shit.
Well,
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
It's just unlucky that it's not an official leaderboard. I just had to look at like the forums and YouTube videos.
You can make it a leaderboard though. You can go on like
Forget about that shit, bro. Just call Guinness.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Yes, I need to pay for that quickly. Fuck, you're right. Pay to win on Guinness Book of World Records too. Fuck.
Wait, how much does it cost? How much does it cost for you to get into the Guinness Glitter Book?
I'm not sure. I think it's like a couple $100. Unfortunately,
I think it's like 1,000. It's at least 1,000.
No.
I think.
No, I don't think it's 1,000. I think it's a couple hundred.
Or maybe
right?
I'm thinking of the Olympics. You have to pay for the Olympic gold medal, right? That you win.
Do you?
You do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't just get given it. You have to pay for it, or at least your country does.
What? You have to? What? You have to pay for
Did I
the
just
Olympic
make that up?
medal?
Did I make that up?
I don't know.
I
I
definitely
don't
think
know,
you
man.
made that up.
Did you?
I swear I heard somewhere that. Do you have to?
To answer the question, it's $800 for Guinness.
So I was close.
Jesus Christ.
So
Okay, my
Olympians
search
pay
results
tax
are
on
not
their
very good
medals?
because I'm like Olympic medal price versus prize. You don't get a whole lot of results here. How much is an Olympic gold medal worth? True value of an Olympic medal.
you get taxed on them, so it's kind of close, but not really.
You get taxed on them? What?
Yeah, apparently. The government has to take a bit of that gold. So have you guys,
It's actually kind of upsetting.
Charlie? You're on the top of this leaderboard that you've just made up. Do you ever regret loving and loving speedrunning so much that you stream it constantly? Because you make yourself such a target. I don't think you'll ever win at a speedrunning attempt due to that.
No,
Like this-
I think it's.
Always
I
gonna
think
be
that's
people
the fun
tell
of it, though.
It's
I like pushing games. So like if someone can find like if they see me play Granny and they think it's cool, I'd like to see them play it and like maybe discover something new and come up
That's
with like
bullshit.
really fun ways.
You're coming up with the most modest answer you can. You've
is the absolute truth.
No, you've always told me that you really want this top spot. You want nothing more to be on top of a leaderboard.
Obviously, I'd like the top spot, but I don't really care either way. For me, it's just fun. Like if the game gets pushed to a crazy limit, I just find that fun.
You should investigate a way to speedrun these Pokemon battle rounds, stomping children. See the fastest possible way to make them surrender. Like,
Oh, that's what I'm already doing, Jackson. I am the meta. The amount of fucking times these teams get stomped, demoralized, quit, and surrender is wild.
then start sequencing it or whatever you call it, where you actually have the timer on the screen.
That's a fucking great idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, how much money are you willing to dump into this, Charlie, to upset little children?
So that's the crazy thing. I'm pretty sure if I put in like another 100, there's not even too much more I could do. Like with 220, I was able to get pretty much every item to the top level. From here, I don't even know what else I'd spend money on.
Okay, so let's say, what is the company that publishes Pokemon again?
Nintendo. What?
Game Freak and
No,
Nintendo. yeah.
Niantic? What?
No, Nintendo publishes.
Wasn't it? Nintendo publishes. What is the company that actually
Game
develops
Freak.
them? though?
Game Freak.
Game Freak.
But
Whatever.
it's
Let-
not Game Freak that
Okay,
made this,
so
is it?
let's say.
Yeah, this isn't
This is
Game Freak.
Tencent.
Okay, my apologies then. Whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck is developing this, they update. They tell you that's the $1,000 update. Would you pay that just to make a child cry?
I'd pay that every day. Yeah, as long as I can stay stomping, put my foot on their throat. Yeah, I'd pay that all day.
What if it was like a $1,000 microtransaction that activated the crying kid's webcam and microphone so you could see and hear him cry?
Well, then I absolutely wouldn't pay for that. It sounds awful, Jackson. You sicko.
I don't know where.
There's no sport in that.
I don't know where your desire comes from. You're all over the place.
Dude.
I don't know what you want from
I
this.
think I have to support Charlie here. I think children are adorable, but you know, fucking ruining their day in a video game is kind of fun.
Hey, I think it's great. I think it's absolutely, it's a service to society I'm providing. I'm teaching your kids humility, letting them know that they're not the best in the world. They're not the center of the universe. I am. And when it comes to Pokemon Unite, I fucking prove it to those dumb fucking milk drinking nerds.
I can't wait for the new Game Rant article about you now.
The fucking like Kotaku. Oh, look at this young cis white male bullying children.
Yeah, California's going to
He's
issue
rich.
a new lawsuit.
Honestly, to protect the kids, they should just make it so kids can't play Pokemon Unite. I don't think they should be out there. It's too dangerous.
I was just about to say they should vet it in reverse, where you have to prove that you're under 13 to play it. It's like the fucking kids next door. Once you hit 13, they kick you off the server forever.
Show us your school library card. And then you can play.
Show us your report card. Yeah. I'm glad this is what all your achievements have culminated to, Charlie. This is exciting.
Yeah, this is very exciting stuff right here. If there's an esports scene for this, you bet your ass I'm going to do my best to get in there.
At some point, the children are going to disappear, though, and you're just going to go up against other Charlie Light figures where they actually take it seriously. And you're all just hunting for that one kid to lay into.
Yeah, it'll be
That poor kid.
it'll be like zombies looking for brains to eat after most people are already gone.
Okay, so for real though, so one of those kids is gonna grow up, Charlie. He's gonna shoot up a school and he's gonna blame you. Then what?
Well, I don't think that would happen.
I think there'd be bigger issues with that child.
You never know.
Charlie's stomping him in Pokemon one match.
He's gonna blame you in his fucking manifesto, his 200-page manifesto. He's gonna be like, yeah, I heard my sister's boyfriend fucked my sister. His balls were slapping against her ass.
What the fuck are you talking
and then
about?
I downloaded Pokemon Unite.
He's talking about Pokemon Unite, obviously.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I forgot where we were. Right. My sister's ball slapping.
That is what Elliot Rodger wrote in his manifesto.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
Charlie, be careful. You are bullying children. They might do bad things.
Or maybe, like he said, he's teaching them humility and putting them in their place so that they're
humility.
They don't shoot up
So
the
do you
school
think
eventually.
any? do you think any child is sitting there like, I've been shown my place. I understand now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a reach to say that. Maybe at some point during the stomp, one of the kids was like, this really taught me something.
Uninstalled the game.
Yeah, I am so humbled.
I'm just imagining. Oh man, this makes me sad. I'm just imagining some poor kid. This is his form of escapism. This wonderful world of Pokemon, while his divorcing parents are in the background screaming and throwing plates, and then he just gets stomped in this game by you. You take his one last bastion away from him. His Pokemon. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Well,
You're a
that's his
bully,
fault.
Charlie.
He shouldn't have queued up.
But I support Charlie. I'm with Charlie. The kid shouldn't have queued up.
You understand the risk you take when queuing up in Pokemon Unite. You might just get matched against me and my credit card.
You might even go up against somebody eating Caliper foods. Huh?
That's right. You might be going up with someone who is helping their stress, helping maintain their calm, maybe helping themselves with their pain and soreness, or helping themselves sleep easier by using Caliper CBD. I mean, Caliper CBD powder is the only clinically proven fast-acting CBD. It delivers 30 times more CBD in the first 30 minutes versus CBD oil. And I'm going to keep saying CBD 1,000 times because I want to make sure that you all out there at home know exactly what I'm talking about. So why don't I just say Caliper instead? Because Caliper comes in convenient and easy to use packs. Precisely 20 milligrams in each pack, always THC free. Feel better without the high. There's no weird taste, no oily residue. Mixes easily into any food or drink. You know, I used to be on meds for migraines. I mentioned this a long time ago on the podcast, and thankfully I haven't had a migraine in a long time. But I power down some CBD every now and then when it gets really bad. It helps me personally. All natural, vegan, non-GMO. That's Caliper right there. Free of fillers. Free of fillers, added chemicals, and artificial flavors. You can get 20% off your first order when you use promo code official at trycaliper.com/official. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days, and if you don't love it, you'll get a full refund. That's trycaliper.com/official, trycaliper.com/official, and use promo code official for 20% off of your first order.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when you're, you're downing the calipers and you're trying to cope with life because Charlie is bullying you online because he's cyberbully. Jackson, what else do you have any other topic?
I've mainly been watching the Olympics over the last week, so that's where my brain is, or the last few days. I mean, that's where my brain is. At the moment.
No way! You're actually watching that shit?
Yeah,
What's
it's
been
fucking
happening?
great. I love it. I've never watched the Olympics
Who watches
before.
that, man?
Apparently me. I don't know. I just have it on in the background usually. It's fun to watch. It's fun to root for your country.
Are you rooting for America or Australia?
Why the fuck would I root for America?
Show some fucking support, Jackson. Jesus. You're part of an American podcast, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not a true patriot.
No. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. Charlie's wrong. Jackson, are you rooting for Turkey?
I don't even think they have a team. Do they have a team? I haven't seen them.
Okay, Danny, cut this out. We do have a team, and we're very victorious. We're winning, I think.
No, not at all. Not at all. I really thought at least maybe Charlie would enjoy the Olympics since you're a very competitive person. And
I am like the least competitive
you
person
are
of
a very
all time.
competitive person. You are a very
what?
competitive. With video games, you definitely are a very competitive person.
Nate,
Oh
like,
my
what?
god!
Yeah.
Our Apex
You compete with
Legends
children,
sessions,
bro.
Oh, you chose the one game I actually was competitive at. That's fair. I mean,
Well,
Apex.
and I
is
saw a beast in you. You were extremely competitive. You'd wake
was
me
like
up
a
for training sessions at
semi-pro.
3 a.m. I couldn't deal with it. The stress.
I was one of the best in season 1 and 2, Jackson. Of course, I was competitive.
Yeah, so I'm just surprised that you don't. You like sports and stuff. You were constantly saying on the podcast how you're such a big sports fan. You
I
love
do
the
love
old
sports.
sports balls and stuff like that. So I'm
That
just
is true.
surprised that you don't watch the Olympics. It only happens once every 4 years. How can you guys just turn your back on
And
history?
that's too long. That's too many. Like, that's way too often.
It's fun.
That is too many.
Oh man, you guys suck.
I still do not know. I do not. So Jackson, I hear you. I believe your story. I want to believe in your experience, your lived reality, or whatever the fuck you call it. But
I'm just watching the Olympics.
Still, I'm a little in disbelief of anybody who watches the Olympics ever.
Why?
I've never met a person who watched the Olympics. I don't know. I just.
When I was a kid, it was big
seems
to
so
watch
bizarre.
the Olympics.
It's fun. It's a fun competition to watch. You get medals and stuff. These are athletes at the top of their game from all across the globe. It's fucking cool, and the sports are cool and wacky.
Didn't we talk about this when the Olympics was rolling around and all four of us unanimously agreed it sucked?
Yeah, but
but that's
Jackson
before it
hadn't watched
happened.
4
I
years
guess.
ago? Wait, when?
It was a while ago, but I feel like I remember
There's never
that.
been an Olympics in our time.
Yeah,
What?
there has. What? Andrew and I. Yeah. what? Andrew and I even talked about it because we watched it at a bar one time after climbing and it sucked.
Yeah.
No. Rio was the last Olympics, and that was before the podcast started. So I guess you could have been talking about it after the fact.
No, the
by a
podcast.
few
I
years.
moved here after the podcast was already a thing, and we
No,
wouldn't have
podcast
climbed together
started
without the
December
without
2016.
me living here.
No,
we're
Jackson, the
talking
podcast
Winter
started.
Olympics. It was the Winter
Yeah.
Olympics we watched.
Oh, I
That's what it
completely
was.
forgot the
Oh.
Winter Olympics are a thing. My bad.
I guess that's a thing, but we've been way past 4 years, Jackson. First of all, the Winter Olympics happened, and also the Winter Olympics proved that the Olympians fuck a lot.
Yeah.
Which is why the Japanese Olympics, I guess at this point, they've prohibited sex and fun.
That became.
talked about that.
So,
Make-
no, what? Jesus Christ. We shouldn't be complacent to get things wrong. That was actually a fake article.
Yeah.
So what happened is all of that turned out to be a lie. The Olympians got there and they proved that you can jump on the beds and all that shit. The reason they're made out of cardboard wasn't to stop sex at all. They have no problem with that. That was just a completely
I didn't
made
know
up
that,
story.
man. Okay, so Tell me though, because we spent all day
Yeah, I saw a
yesterday.
lot
We
of
talked
comments
about
about it.
this. So maybe if you want to debunk this, I need more information. What happened?
I don't remember. I think it was one of the athletes made a joke about not being able to have sex on it, or talked about how if he wet himself, it'd crumble. And news organizations went with it, saying that, like, oh my God, they're trying to stop sex. These beds are going to crumble if you make any sudden moves and shit like that. But none of it's true. None of it at all.
Yeah, I
So
looked
you
into
can't
it as
fuck in
well.
them?
I didn't see that specific angle, but I did see that the reason the beds were constructed that way is because they're environmentally friendly and very compact. So the idea is that with the Olympics, you have a fuckload of people coming in, and it generates a fuckload of obviously traffic and trash and all sorts of shit. So they designed the beds to be able to be put up easily, and then like all the parts of the bed are either like recyclable cardboard or things you can easily reuse and break down almost immediately. Like that was the main design philosophy, apparently, to make them
They still look
super
incredibly
convenient.
uncomfortable. They do not
Yeah, they
look
don't
like
look
comfortable
comfortable.
beds.
Yeah, they do not look comfortable. I still agree with that.
So can you have sex in them? Yes or no?
Probably.
Well, it hasn't been proven. We haven't seen any Olympics fuck yet.
yeah, they need to take a sex tape or something so that way we can see it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on that article.
we need the top Olympians to have sex in these, please, to debunk.
I'm counting the
Fake
years
news.
until an actual sex event is introduced to the Olympics. We're getting closer and closer. Paris 2024 is introducing a breakdancing event, which sounds kind of cool. So
That's fucking cool.
give it a few more years, and then we'll get there. Because
Because
each
breakdancing and sex usually go hand in hand. So
They
it should
do.
be, yeah.
I do. I mean, breakdancing is kind of hot and
It
cool.
is cool. It is fucking cool. I agree.
There are so. What are you? Oh god, you guys just don't watch the events or haven't even tried to watch the events. So many of these events are hot.
That is
the artistic
absolutely
gymnastics
correct.
and the beach volleyball and stuff.
You are
it is
watching
hot.
for the wrong reason. Then you are the you are the problem. Jackson.
I'm not. Just while they're on, like I respect them, but I don't go seeking it for that reason. No, but I can respect it while it's on. It's good.
Jesus Christ.
What? It's good. It's good content.
Okay, well, who gets the
Fair
gold
enough.
medal then from your watching so far? Who would you give it to the hottest dancers and beach volleyball players?
I did see an article that this is probably very, very wrong, but I think Norwegian women where they wanted to wear longer shorts
Yeah.
when playing beach volleyball, and they get fined for this.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up
Like,
actually.
they had to. I agree. They should have been jailed. This is highly. I think it's illegal. It should be illegal for them to wear shorts, longer shorts than bikini bottoms, and I'm wholly on the side of the committee
Shut up.
that fined the money.
It's ridiculous that they're held to a different dress code than the guys in this event. Like the guys in the beach volleyball come out wearing like nice pants and singlets and tops and stuff, and then the women come out and they're basically wearing bikinis with like thongs stuck up their ass. And I feel so bad for
Yes,
them.
but Jackson,
These are top
Jackson,
athletes and
there's
they're
a
getting
difference.
objectified by me.
Do you not understand?
Understand
Girls
what?
are cute, boys are not.
No, well, that's what I was going to say in response to Charlie's question about who I would give the gold to in terms of hottest athletes. Actually, the gold for me would go to a guy in the beach volleyball event. He was the most handsome, the Australian beach volleyball guy. I don't know his name
What's
though.
his name?
I'm trying to
What
find
the
it.
fuck are you talking about, Jackson?
What? He was hot.
Let's see. Aussies lose epic beach volleyball opener. That
Yeah,
sounds
they,
about
they,
right.
they were hot, but they weren't good. That was a rough match.
Was it Adelaide McHugh?
I'm trying to find it. That name doesn't sound familiar.
I'm trying to find it too.
Danny, put this
I
up on
found
screen.
a tweet. It has
It was Schumann. D. Schumann.
who? What the fuck?
Damien Schumann. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm
I
on
think-
his Instagram.
What do you
He
think?
kind of looks like Charlton Copley, the guy from District 9, like a taller version of him.
I don't know who that is, but I think he wins
District
gold.
9?
Not in like 10 years. All right, these photos aren't doing me justice. He looked good on the field yesterday. Maybe I was just tired. I don't know. Damien, if you're out there, you might not have won gold in that event, but you won gold in my heart.
Oh.
No, but I'm really enjoying the Olympics. You guys should watch it. Did you at least watch the opening ceremony? Did anyone watch the opening ceremony?
No.
I watched the clip. The opening ceremony was cool.
It was.
Didn't they play?
It wasn't nearly as good as Beijing.
Didn't they play a bunch of music?
Nier.
Yeah, music from video games.
Yeah. I was live messaging Charlie about the video game music in the background because it was super cool to see the teams walk out to near music, like the Song of the Ancients and shit. It was so fucking cool. It was only Square Enix tracks though, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know about that, but also I don't think anybody is watching it at this point.
So, well, I agree with you that not many people watch the actual events, but usually there's good viewership for the actual opening ceremonies themselves.
Yeah.
Usually.
Okay, but Jackson, are you gonna keep watching it?
Oh yeah, I'm
Be honest.
I'm super invested now.
No, you're not. Nuh-uh.
I watched the entire archery mixed team event yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
It was so good.
Oh god.
These people are insane. They're like so accurate, which I guess is obvious.
Well, yeah, they're Olympians, yes. Duh. They're very, very good at what they do, but the show itself, isn't it very boring?
No, it's so fucking tense. Like every point counts in those situations. It's so tense.
That's
it's so
called
good.
sports, Jackson.
Yes,
where
I'm just saying the sports are cool and the athletes are cool, and it's really cool seeing them succeed or lose.
I've watched the Olympics when I was younger. I can confirm it's not very fun.
Oh my! You're a child. You didn't appreciate it.
That's when
For
I would
what
have
it was.
appreciated it the most because I watch sports all the time. I love.
No, you didn't
sports.
have a good attention span. That's the issue.
You know who I did like what? Yeah, what I did
No.
like watching was the gymnastics. Those were really cool. Like back in like the golden age of American gymnastics, like Shawn Johnson and stuff like that. They had like really cool routines. I don't know if you've gotten to the gymnastics part yet, but that shit was always cool.
I've seen a few gymnastics events, but not like all of it.
I think
But it
I
is
can
cool.
agree. I've not watched them, but the shit where like young women, they're doing the gymnastics that are very impressive.
Yeah, they have
Sure,
like
I'll
the full
watch that.
routines.
Well, they're all impressive. All of the gymnastics are impressive. Like superhuman shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's all impressive. These people trained their entire lives, and that's what frustrates me so much about people who are like tweeting angry that the Olympics were going to continue. That they were calling for the Olympics to be cancelled and stuff. These athletes train their entire lives to go to get to this place, and because you're freaking out, you want it to all be cancelled and all their dreams be dashed. 70% of athletes only go to one event or one like Olympics event. So this is their one chance for a lot of them. That really annoyed me.
Sucks for them, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. It's still very, very extremely super duper very boring to watch, though.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Wrong. No.
Yes, it is.
It's so good to watch. It's got everything you could
No,
want as
it's
well. They
super
just added
fucking
skateboarding and BMX and rock climbing as well.
Oh, Tony Hawk is also there as a skateboarding judge, isn't he?
Yeah. It's
That's
so
cool.
Skateboarding judge?
Yeah, I actually might watch the skateboarding.
When did they add this? That's
This is
new.
brand-
That
this
has
is
to be
brand
new.
It's brand new.
What about the events
Okay.
like table tennis and stuff? That's always fucking super intense as well. Super
Table
impressive.
tennis is pretty cool. I agree with that.
Uh,
Did the skateboarding one already happen, Jackson? Because I'm looking here and it seems
I think-
Japan.
I think some events were today, but it's continuing.
Yeah, Japan won the gold. America placed in bronze.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I wasn't expecting Japan to win it. So usually, like with these Olympics, the host team does really well because they get to enter athletes into every single sport without necessarily needing to qualify for them. So,
It's crazy. Like just watching the skateboarding event, everyone just looks like a skateboarder. Like they all look like characters you'd play as in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. God damn, skateboarding has not changed at all. Even the people who do it like still have the same style. It's fucking cool. I'm gonna have to watch this. This is really nostalgic, even though this just happened.
So at what point are we gonna get the e-gamers, the esports athletes?
Wasn't there like a huge movement to try and get video games
Yes.
in the Olympics?
Yeah, there was like a huge movement to get a bunch of fucking Korean gamers into the Olympics. What happened, Jackson?
What? I don't want fucking video games to the Olympics. I'm watching the Olympics to escape from video games. I'm on the firm belief that esports is not a real sport.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I don't care. Go make your own
fucked
Olympics. Go make your own Olympics.
Controversial.
I think that's really fucked up, to be honest.
Why?
It's definitely a real sport. The amount
Oh
of
my
time and
God.
effort you have to put into mastering those games is no different than mastering a sport. It's just not as physically demanding. Like, look at archery. If you're gonna say that video games isn't a sport, then you have to say the same for archery. You don't have to be in good physical condition to be a good archer.
Yeah,
That's true.
video games are absolutely sports. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You guys are just
You may not
biased.
respect them, Jackson. And I agree with you in not respecting them, but video games are a sport.
Yeah. Even if you just go by the
I just don't
definition.
think they're a sport that should be at the Olympics.
Even if you just go by the fucking textbook definition, what is a sport? It's a game with points. That's it.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I don't think they should be at the Olympics. I don't want them to cramp up the style of the Olympics. Breakdancing, I'm fine with. Is there an actual sport that you guys, or an activity apart from esports? I don't want to hear that. Is there an actual event that you would like to see at the Olympics?
I wanted rock climbing and I got it. So,
Yeah, that's in this one.
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
So nothing could possibly
Besides rock
interest you,
climbing?
Kaya.
No, it definitely would. I just cannot think of it.
I
think
thought
it's
for a
very
long
fair for
time, long
rock climbing
distance
to be in
urinating would
there.
be a cool sport.
Who has the strongest
Charlie,
urethra?
fuck off.
Yeah.
No, he was joking. No.
No, he was dead
used to-
serious.
I'm serious. For a long time, like when I was back in even high school, like if I was alone in the bathroom, I'd walk back from the urinal doing some sniping distance urinating, and I was like, this could totally be a fucking
You're the
sport.
son of a bitch who pisses all over the floor and makes it messy for everyone
No,
else.
I don't make any driplets. I have
Bullshit.
a very good controlled stream. Always have. My accuracy is legendary in the bathrooms.
I don't know. This is making me. Maybe we could. This could be an Olympic sport, I guess, because
Podcasting?
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I think it would be a
well,
cool
first
sport.
of all, yes, Jackson. First of all, yes, it could be a podcasting category because the piss pod is a thing, the pee pod. But I'm just saying, men peeing accurately seems to be a contentious issue.
Always has been. Charlie,
I
you're a
don't know
big
how you
fan
broadcast
of
it though.
you're a big fan of basketball. Have you looked at 3x3 basketball yet?
Yeah, it's just basketball's kind of boring. I will say though, I have enjoyed seeing like this kind of basketball being played because the NBA sucks. The NBA is just nothing but fouls and people trying to fish for fouls nonstop. Like 80% of a fucking NBA game is spent just going to the free throw line, I feel. So I haven't watched it in the last couple of years, but I watched clips of USA versus Nigeria. That looked nice. Like that was like real fucking basketball again. So if they can like keep that up, I'll probably watch it.
Do you think US will take gold?
No, US kind of fucking sucks.
Oh, they suck at basketball. What? I would have
No,
thought
like
they'd be really
they're
good.
really good at basketball, but they don't play well as a team from everything I've seen and read.
Okay, so who's your favorite then? Who do you think will take the basketball gold?
I have no idea. I don't have a fucking clue. All I know is that they just have a ton of talent on the USA team that doesn't play well together from everything I've been seeing and reading.
All right, Andrew, what's your favorite sport?
Probably rock climbing, if we're talking like actual physical sports. Otherwise, esports for sure.
That's fair.
Like as much as we joke and goof on it, I really do enjoy esports. I like watching tournaments a lot. So
You
I'm
know what?
sorry,
Actually,
my
I've changed
answer's
my
really
mind.
boring. I don't know.
No, I'd be fine with a speedrunning category at the Olympics.
Oh, that'd be
Fuck
cool,
that would be
actually.
Imagine Super Mario 64 runs at the
That's
Olympics.
that's a
Holy
genuinely
fuck, that'd
great
be
idea.
cool.
You have speedrun races at the Olympics. Wow.
I think I'd be all right with that. I wouldn't want Apex Legends tournaments at the esports.
Agreed.
I mean at the Olympics, but I'd be fine with something where you something like speedrunning at the Olympics. I think would be really cool.
There would be so much drama and it would be so much fun. Imagine what's his face, Billy Mitchell, trying to scam his way into the top like 3 Olympians winning the medal. We'd have to have a whole Olympian medal committee to make sure that he actually did win. It would be fun.
I think
I'm down for that.
Speed running at the Olympics would be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I would train my ass off to try and get like a House of Caravan there and compete.
That's fucking sweet.
I'm sure it'd be only if like there'd be game categories within the event.
Yeah.
I don't know how giving gold out would.
I don't know,
count
man.
for that.
I could foresee this in the next 10 years. You take the biggest esports and have them officially in the Olympics, like Dota and Counter-Strike and all that, and have teams compete in the Olympics. I could see that.
I just don't. Yeah, I really think that video games are logically going to be the next thing added to the Olympics in some capacity. Like I said, I don't necessarily want that, but I think
Why
that
not?
is where it's heading. Like I said, I just don't
Well,
find...
because here's what I think
find
would
it
be...
conflicts with the Olympics as a whole.
Here's what I think would be interesting about it. You currently in esports have a lot of teams that are sanctioned by country, but think about it when it's like, okay, we have to pull together the best. Say you're making a Counter-Strike team. You go, we have to pull together the absolute 5 best North American players, or the 5 best Korean players, or the 5 best Russian players. I think it'd be interesting if it changes from team versus team dynamic to country versus country dynamic.
Yeah, you already see that in sports like soccer and,
Well, they
and
do
like
that with
Charlie
League
was
of
saying,
Legends.
basketball.
League of Legends, I think, does that very format. I'm actually pretty
Really?
sure they have that.
Huh.
Yeah. I've got to pee super fucking bad. Can we wrap
Let's wrap
Yep,
up.
we can wrap.
All right.
Thank you everyone for listening to this podcast, this episode of the podcast. You can head on over to patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. We recorded a bonus yesterday that's going up. I talk about my gecko who's not eating. Actually, good news for you guys. He did eat tonight. So that's something.
good.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I think so. I went and checked on him and the cricket wasn't in the cage anymore. So he either vanished into a different realm or he was eaten. So I hope it was the second option. Yeah, so that's over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.